Hello everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to play a style of death metal. Now I say style because there's about 8 million subgenres in death metal. I mean, you have traditional death metal, brutal death metal, melodic death metal, technical death metal, these drill bits death metal, this screwdriver in front of me death metal, this other hat death metal. Generally you can name any inanimate object and put death metal in front of it, and I'm pretty sure there's a band that calls themselves that style of death metal. So today we're going to focus on brutal death metal, or in other words, those 8,000 bands that ripped Suffocation off. After about 1996, a plethora of bands sounded exactly like Suffocation's Pierce from Within album, and that trend continues up until this day, and yeah, they call it brutal death metal, so here you go. Generally what Suffocation would do, now I love Suffocation, so they're going to be the main thing of this. Suffocation on albums like Pierce from Within would start off with something slow. They generally do that, and then they don't hesitate to speed things up after a couple vocal bars, so... They generally do something like that, and then go into like a blast beat riff. And after the pause, they do some kind of weird harmony thing in thirds to a slam part. Back to those third parts. By the way, slam is basically just a genre birthed off of Suffocation's groovy parts. And then they do some kind of thing where they do a bunch of riffs out of nowhere, like some pauses. Into like a fast mid-section part. And then they go back into another groove part. And then after your groove part there, Terrence Hobbs usually comes in with a really wild solo. So Terrence Hobbs' soloing style is very interesting. He does a lot of chromatic runs, and they don't make sense, but they do. So Terrence Hobbs is like the godfather of technical or brutal death metal, per se. So we'll just study how he approaches a solo. So after the groove part, it does a couple little drum rolls, and Terrence Hobbs would come in at like this. Generally does something like that. Then you go back into a groove part, and then maybe a blast beat part, and end your song. And congratulations, you ripped Suffocation off, and you're a brutal death metal band now. So, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please subscribe, please like this video, and share it with all your friends so they can learn how to play music too. And most importantly, suck my dick.